Sure.
Yeah.
JB, you need him to?
No, we're good.
All right, same Howell.
Sam, first and foremost, I mean, being in the position that you guys are in this early in the season, is this what you expected? I mean, how does it feel going into the third week of the season and having the opportunity to come out 3-0 against an in-state rival?
Yeah, we expect to win every single game. We know the preparation we put in. We expect it to be here at this point. We're just trying to take it one game at a time, trying to go 1-0 every single week. So we treat every game like it's the most important game of the year.
How much time do you spend in the film room looking at the game you just played before you cut the cord to that and move on to the next game?
Yeah, usually the day after we'll go and grade the film, but after that it's all for Wake Forest the next game.
But we've been told that you're the kind of guy that goes the extra mile in the film room, extra mile pretty much with everything. How much additional work do you do looking at things and maybe taking notes, critiquing yourself, even after you've done that with the staff?
Yeah, after I go through it with Coach Longo, I definitely go back and look at it on my own. I like to mainly look at the mistakes I made, just so I can learn from them, just so that it don't happen again. There's a lot of preparation that I put in as far as film work, just to prepare myself for Saturdays.
Do you keep like notes of some sort, or how do you kind of compartmentalize all those things so you can maybe reference them at a later time?
Yeah, so I have it set up in my notebook just by game. I have my notes going in, like what I need to look for and things like that, and then I put in there the notes after the game on my mistakes, so I have it organized.
So for a game like Wake Forest on Friday, like how much time are you putting in the film room Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and at what point in the day do you do that?
Yeah, probably. It's a good amount. I'm trying to think. It's probably close to 5 hours, honestly.
A day?
Yeah. Some of it's with Coach Longo, some of it's by myself, but to play his position, that's what you got to put.
Do you do something in your dorm room or is it all in the facility?
It just depends on the day. A lot of it's here, a lot of it's back in my room.
So from Miami, or from South Carolina to Miami, what did you like that you corrected? What do you still need to work on?
Yeah, as an offense, we need to finish drives. We stalled a couple times. When you get to the red zone, you're not going to win every single game when you're kicking field goals all the time. So we need to finish on those drives and score touchdowns.
What are you seeing so far on film when it comes to this Wake Forest defense? Because the hype they have right now is about what they're doing on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of people talking about their defense, but what are you seeing?
Yeah, Wake does a lot of different things on defense. They have a lot of different looks that they give the offense. So we need to be prepared for it. And they got some really good players on their defense.
How has Daz improved from the spring to now? We heard that he got contacts for one. How has he improved?
Yeah, he's just become more knowledgeable of the offense. He knows where to be, knows when to be there. And yeah, his hands have definitely improved since he got those contacts. But he works really hard. He's one of the most hard-working receivers I've ever been around. He's really dedicated to bettering his craft.
When you learned that he used to not play with contacts, what did you think?
I had no idea until they had told me that, but the difference was incredible.
Sam, you're not too far removed from in high school yourself, so this game is on a Friday night. This is talking about true road game, first true road game for this team, and playing on Friday night. What's it going to be like under the lights?
Yeah, it'll be a fun atmosphere. I've been to a couple Wake Forest games. They're pretty cool. Just playing on a Friday night again is actually a pretty cool feeling. It's what I did the past 4 years, so I'm kind of used to it.
A lot of your teammates and coaches talk about how confident you are, and they said that before even the South Carolina game. It's one of the things that stood out. How has your personal confidence grown leading the team to these comeback wins in the fourth quarter through your first 2 games?
I would just say knowing that the preparation I'm putting in is kind of transferred onto the field. Just knowing what I'm doing prior to the game is actually working when it comes to game time.
Do you feel like you've had to accelerate your process as far as your maturity, being in the position that you're in, studying the film the way that you do, since you got the starting quarterback nod and basically being the leader of that offense? Do you feel like you've had to accelerate your process at all?
I wouldn't say I had to accelerate it. It's just how I've been since I got here. I know what's required to play the position at a high level, and I just try to do that every single day.
What goes into perfecting a deep ball pass? We asked Donnie about that. And does it come natural? Is it a lot of practice? And because it seems like you're something you're really talented at.
It definitely just goes into timing with the receivers. Every single receiver is different, so you just gotta be able to. It's just reps, honestly. getting reps with the receiver, knowing where he's gonna be.
What, also are your impressions of Devontae and what he's done in the first game?
Yeah, Javonte's a really good back. You know, he's a back that can do a lot of different things. He can put his head down and get the extra yard if he needs to. He can make guys miss. He's a threat out of the backfield catching the football, so we're really blessed to have Javonte. He's a really good player.
What kind of guy is he off the field?
Javonte's a really good kid. You know, Javonte's always going to be doing the right thing. You can always rely on Javonte. You know, he's a really cool guy. I hang out with him sometimes, so yeah, he's an awesome person.
Javonte kind of mentioned like having that underdog mentality from, you know, not being highly recruited at first to being the least talked about out of the trio of backs before the season. In what ways do you see that in him?
Yeah, you know, he just puts his head down and works. He's not really worried about what anyone's saying. You know, he just puts his head down and works as hard as he can. He's a really hard worker.
Is walking around campus, has it been different the last couple of days? Maybe people recognizing you, saying stuff, maybe as opposed to a couple weeks ago when a lot of kids maybe didn't really know who you were?
Yeah, there's definitely a better buzz around campus, around the football team. But, you know, that's what happens when you win, so you keep that going.
Is it kind of cool?
Yeah, it's definitely a cool feeling. You know, this school needs to be proud of their football team, and we're gonna make them proud.
What's it been like working with Brian Anderson? I know you've got 2 games with him a lot. He's kind of the guy at center. Challenges that poses and what you've seen from him that you like.
Yeah, Brian's a really good player. He brings a lot of energy to the field. You know, he brings it every single day, and he's a really hard worker. You know, I've gotten a lot of reps just throughout the fall camp, things like that, with Brian. I'm confident with him there.
Is it obviously it sucks for having Polino, and is there a challenge there working with him so much, and now you go to a completely different guy from the technical position of actually, you know, center?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is just taking snaps from a different center. You know, Polino was the first team guy, so I was taking a lot more snaps from Polino. I'll still get some from Brian, just in case he goes in. And he actually has played a really good amount of the first 3 games, so I'm confident with him.
How do you balance being a football player, a student, having a social life? I feel like there's just so much going on for you at 18 years old.
Yeah, you know, they have a lot of people here that help us, like, balance things out. You know, as far as academics go, we have tutors, counselors, things like that. And, you know, we have, the way our schedule's set up, we have free time where we can do whatever we want with it. And I wouldn't say it's bad. I'm enjoying my time here.
Who's the toughest corner to go up against in practice?
They're all pretty good, honestly, but I'll probably just say Trey Morrison. His ball skills are incredible, and just the way he can break on routes is really amazing.
Diami has been the guy that you've targeted the most. When did you feel that connection with him developing? Was that back in the spring or more recent?
Yeah, definitely in the spring, just seeing what he can do. You know, he can run every route there is. He can beat every corner there is on the field. I just trust him every single route he's running. You know, we put a lot of time in over the summer just perfecting like timing, you know, that.
What's the #1 goal you want to achieve in this next game based off of what you've been able to experience through your first 2 games? What's the next step for you coming up here against Wake Forest?
To win the game.
That's it?
Yeah.
How about individually though? Anything
To
with
win
your
the-
game?
To win the game.
Gotcha. All right.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. What do you need?